Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, what's today's session about?
Well, winners.
Follow up. What else? Anything else?
Remembering last session.
Remembering last session.
How to handle objection.
Okay.
How to do goals.
Listen, by now you should all know how to qualify a lead. Otherwise we'll go over it in another session. But all of this information will be available in the next 90 days on our online academy, thankfully. Okay, so you won't forget. So most of you know how to qualify a lead, right? Of course you do. Of course you do. But then what do we do after that? You know, what typically happens? Who's got any experiences of when they qualify a lead? What happens next? Sarah, please stand up. Give her a round of applause. Come on, just for standing up. It takes a lot of energy. Okay. Speak into the mic. Lovely. Okay. So typically when, come. So when you've sent your offers out, your proposal to people, what is the majority of the time things happening to you?
They disappear.
They disappear. Listen, guys, anybody else got that same issue? Put your hand up. All right, they disappear. So, you know, they go through the qualifying questions. You find out what their price range is. And guess what? You go to call them back and they never answer back, right? Yeah? Okay. Thank you so much for that, Sarah. Thank you for your confidence. Okay, anybody else got any experiences? Please stand up, so Mario. Give him a round of applause. So Mario, so apart from disappearing, what also happens?
They get back to you with more questions.
They get back to you more questions, okay. Yeah.
And then if they're qualified, they get into more details in what they're interested in.
Yes. Okay, good.
What else I would say? It depends if it's going in the negative side or the positive side. If they're going in the negative side, if they disappear.
So sometimes you do get through to them, right? You do get through to them.
Yes, of course. You should. I mean, if they're serious into their investment, you get through to
So some
them.
of them you do get a second call on, right? Maybe you get a second call to connect. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Lisa, please take the stage. Come. Give her a round of applause. Yeah, sprung that on you. Come on. Stand up with me. Come on. Don't be shy. Okay, so we talked about, you know, you call them on the first call, you qualify them, they answer. Okay, this is good news. Then the next call you make, they don't answer, or they do, as Mario says. And then what other issues can we have on a follow-up? What other things can happen? Speaking to the mic.
Well, I wouldn't do the follow-up on the call anyway. I would get them to a meeting because the idea of the call is not to sell over the phone. It's to get the bum on the seat or to book a meeting.
Let's give her a round of applause. That's all I was looking for, guys. Look, the object of a telephone call is not to close them on the spot unless your name is Jordan Belfont. And I'm guessing it's not, right? So Jordan Belfont is a famous guy who's a wolf on Wall Street who's closed people on the phone for millions of dollars. You're not at that level yet, right? So you need to build personal relationships. So the first thing is, we need to get them to a meeting. Now, when's the best time to get them to a meeting? Say, for example, it's 2 p.m. our time. What is the time in the UK today if it's 2 p.m. our time?
4 hours behind.
4 hours behind. They changed the clocks. Close, so close. So it's 10 a.m. Okay, so you call the client and you're qualifying him with the 5 or 6 qualifying questions. What do we normally do next? So we find out their requirements. What do we normally do next?
Set up time for a meeting.
Sorry, so you're new, are you?
Yes.
Have you got some real estate experience?
Yes.
Please come, please come. Give him a round of applause. He's one of the new starters. What's your name?
Khalid. My name is Khalid.
Khalid, okay, nice to meet you. Okay, so, you know, after you've qualified the lead, what do you do then? Tell me.
After that, I want to know what his needs exactly.
You know my needs. I've given it all to you. What do you do
Then
next?
I can send to him, find many options for him, and then send to him the options.
Okay, so typically what happens with most brokers, they go to the market, they go on Really, they go on Genie Map, they go on the developers group and they find the correct match for the client's requirements and budgets, right? And you send a PDF. Actually, we all got into this habit, right? Most of us. But this is actually the wrong thing to do. What you want to do is not give them too much information, just give them a one-page flyer. So if we don't give them details about the project, what could we send them instead after the phone call? What could we send them? Company profile? Company profile, yeah? So we've got a Provident profile you can just smash in there. Digital business card. So you're giving them something. But the idea, as Lisa correctly said, is get them to a meeting. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. You're welcome. So listen, he is mirroring what 99% of brokers are doing. But that's why they're not closing. All right? Now, because you're in off plan, you don't have a physical property. Afternoon? You're right, afternoon? Yeah, because you're in off plan, you don't have a physical product, right? So you're thinking, oh, yeah, but I don't have a physical product. What to do? I'll just send a PDF. Everybody doing that. Who has ever been sent a PDF and printed it out and read every word? Who has ever been sent a PDF and read the PDF? Honestly, be honest. No one reading shit nowadays. Right? So, yeah, he's getting it, but the likelihood is, I'm guessing a large proportion of time they haven't even opened these. Am I right? Because if you looked at my phone, I mean, the WhatsApp is just full. I can't get back to everyone. Right? So if you want me to speak to me about some help and advice, send me a WhatsApp and call me 3 times. If you call me 3 times in a row, I know it's urgent. I know you need my help. If you call once, halas. I'm not getting back to you probably. I've got a million other things to do. Okay, so what to do then if you don't? You only send them the company profile and your business card. What do we want to do next? Okay, so imagine you've got to the end of the first call. Okay, you've got all their details. You're in the correct time zone. For example, it's 2 p.m. our time and it's 10 a.m. their time, UK. You've got time, haven't you now? What have you got time to do instead of sending them a PDF? Go to the sales centre. Recently, only recently, and I learn every day, right? You know, I'm training myself every day with mentors I'm getting online, old salesmen, and I have a network of people that go back 30 years with me, and they're sending me new stuff all the time. Have you heard about this new different thing? Great, you know, and we should all be like this. So I recently had this guy, right, and he said to me, look, I've got this lead, JP. It's a French lead. I said, yeah, what about it? He said, look, it was about 2 o'clock. He said, I'm just going to the sales centre. Wish me luck. I'm going to close it. I said, where's this lead? He said, France. I said, good luck with that, mate. Because, look, if I said to you, I'm going to give you a lead today, be realistic. What is the time frame, yes, young lady, of you closing that lead? How long would it take if I give you a new digital lead today? Would you close it with an hour, or could it take several days, weeks, or months? How long? 7 days. So you close all your leads within 7 days, do you? Okay, who's going to give me an answer? Listen, I'm going to check your CRM. Yeah? So if I give you a lead today, what would you say is fair and reasonable time frame for you to close that lead? 2 weeks? 4 to 6 weeks?
I would say how urgent.
Just give me the time. Don't give me the story. I'm not. 12 weeks. There is a time. There's a buying cycle. Right? Very rarely have I seen a broker get on the phone and close a deal within an hour. Only with MR clients. Why do you think you can close MR clients within an hour? Why? If they're existing clients and they already bought a boatload in beachfront, so any new launch on beachfront, we used to get the data of everyone there and say to the investors, have you heard the news? We got a new launch, boom, 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 boom. Send us a copy of your passport, because they already done it once. They already done the routine with MR. That's what we're saying. Pitch that to start with. Over 30% of the market is MR. You know, when you've got a new buyer and he never sent his passport copy, oh, what are you going to do with the passport? Oh, what are you going to do with it? Nothing, bro. It doesn't have your account details on it. I haven't got your PIN because they're nervous. Is that right? Yeah? So when you get MR clients, you can close them on WhatsApp. I need it now. She comes into my office, right? This was a few years back. Brand new lady, Afghanistan. 21, 6 million beachfront. 2 or 3 beds, can't remember. Palace Beach Residency, something like that. She says to me, look, you know, I got this deal. What shall I do? He says he wants to wait until tomorrow morning. I said, no, tell him tomorrow morning it's too late. You've got to pay tonight. Right? Tonight. Do it now. Guess what? Boom, boom, boom. He pays the money. With 1 hour, we close that deal. It does happen with existing MR clients. A referral from existing MR clients. That's right. Can you get that from Bob the Builder in JVC? Are you going to close it within 1 hour? No. So I would say, typically, look, I closed 3 weeks ago a guy I met in Singapore at a networking event. More or less, it took me 12 months. He'd been to Dubai 3 or 4 times. I showed him lots of projects. You know, remembered his birthday, happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. So it took me a year. When I was working at Fidu, I know one lady was tracking a client for 2.5 years. She closed it off the stand we had in the Mall of Emirates, not the Mall of Emirates, the Dubai Mall. So it can happen. But typically, I would say it's anything from 1 to 90 days you're looking to close, right? You know, you're looking to close it. Yes, sir. Okay, I thought he was going to speak. Would you agree with that, right? It's not a few hours. I've never seen that. Please, if you get a lead and you close it within an hour, come and hunt me down. I want to hear your story. Because normally it takes a bit of time. So why does it take time to close? 15 minutes left. We're going hard and fast today. 11:30 we're finishing by, right? We're going to get you to work. Why does it take time to close these digital leads? Quickly, tell me. Yes. Speak to me. Why does it take time? Why? Yes, sir, you.
Because the connection.
Trust. One word. Trust. That's it. It's trust. Takes time to build trust, doesn't it? Yeah? Am I wrong? Am I right? Yeah, new boyfriend, girlfriend. You're not going to take time to build a relationship. You agree? You're not going to take her to bed on the first night. Am I right? No, of course not. It takes time to build relationship. These clients are the same. We're talking millions of dollars here, possibly. So it takes time. So what's the biggest way? Well, it might happen. I don't know. Listen. If you're going to build trust, what's the best way we can do it?
Give accurate information.
Seeing is believing. You see, listen, if I played a tape record this morning of this here and you didn't see me in real flesh, yeah, you might listen to it. But a meeting in person, one meeting in person, is worth 100 telephone calls. It's that valuable. It's 100 to 1, guys. You've got to meet these clients. So when you get them on the phone in the morning, if time permits, say, do you know what? I've got all the information. Let me go to the market and find something for you. I've got a developer in mind. What are you doing in the next 2 or 3 hours? Tell you what, why don't we agree to meet on Zoom? I'll send you a link now in the next 3 hours. That sound fair enough? And I'll go to the developers and I'll show you the project. Now you're in there. Hi, John, how are you? Lovely, blah, blah, blah. Today I'm at MR downtown and I'm going through the latest project, blah, blah, blah. And you show him. Would that help build trust? What have I done to this client? Broke down the barriers. What else, Sam? What am I doing? I'm creating urgency. Well done, Lisa. Do it now, not tomorrow. They will ghost you. But if you build up a rapport on the phone, now they've met you, you've got a bigger chance, right? Would you agree with that? This guy was a phenomenon, I swear not. And this was over the last few months. He did 4 deals in 6 weeks, right? They were fresh leads. But no one else in the office could do it. And I couldn't hardly understand him. He was from Morocco. I mean, I loved him. We got a real good relationship, right? Moroccan, speaking French, love French leads. He was closing 4 deals in 6 weeks. They were digital leads. There was no 3 months. Because most people would say, look, a few days to a few months, right? No, this guy, and I could say, tell me what you're doing. Idris, his name is. Tell me what you're doing. And he told me like I'm telling you. I said, no, there's got to be more to it than that. Did you know these people? No, he didn't. He was just saying, do you know what? Okay, let's agree to meet in 2 hours. And he was getting in the developers that day. That is on the spot. That's creating urgency. Now, obviously, if they can't do that, then you arrange a Zoom meeting, right? Or a Bitrix online meeting. Have you all opened your slots, by the way, in Bitrix? Yes. Do you know what I'm talking about here? If not, speak to your manager. He will direct you to IT to open the slots. Because when you move the lead from fresh lead to new answer, it will automatically ping them a template with your link to meet people online. We're expecting a lot more online meetings. Okay, but see your manager because you're going to be losing out. Because if it's not set up, your CRM, you won't be getting these meetings. Okay, so we agreed. The best time to meet these people is the same day, right? Same day. But what if that doesn't happen? He said, I can't do a meeting today. Okay, that's fair enough. You try and fix a meeting for another time. All right? What happens if he says, do you know what? You qualified him, and he said, listen, I've got to go work. All right? No problem. Let's agree that I give you a call back the same time in, say, 3 days' time. Never make it a week's time. When you're doing your follow-up, make it 2 to 3 days apart. So no more than twice in a week. Don't be needy and calling it day and night every day. You will look desperate. Do you understand that? Yeah, you don't want to be needy. Someone messaging you every 2 minutes, boyfriend, girlfriend, you met them last night, and they message you in the morning, afternoon, evening, night. Hello, I don't want to know. It's too much. All right? Remember, you're busy. You're very busy brokers. Yes? Okay, so you agree to call them back every 2 or 3 days for as long as it takes until you get a deal. You like that music? Final countdown. Anyone know the name of the group, or was it playing up there? What's the name of it? Europe? What year?
86.
86. And that's the final countdown. So what's it the final countdown to? What's it the final countdown to? What are we counting down to, sir? What are we counting down to? The end of the year. Yeah? Now, if you've had a shitty 3 or 6 months, guess what? It's your final countdown. What are you going to do? Because what you close between now and then will take you the momentum into next year. Yeah, you might have had a shit 3 months. So, you've had a terrible 3 months. You ain't closed shit. You ain't closed nothing. Your manager's on your back. The performance manager is riding you. Why aren't you closing? Why aren't you doing this? You know what? Take that pain and stuff it down their throats. Halas, leave it down there. I had enough of that badge. You can't even put a badge on barrier. Get it. No, it's okay, barrier. Okay. You're not responsible for my behaviour. I'm responsible. It's not you. Listen, you get that pain of not closing and you ram it down their throats and you tell your manager, I told you I could do it. And bang on the desk as well. They want to see some emotion for you. Or you're going to end the year, nothing. Zero. While all your colleagues are closing. How are you going to feel? You ain't going to feel too good. So you want to end the year on a high. Listen, winners start fast. And they finish strong. Yeah? In the middle of the month, they get a bit tired. Oh, come on, boss, I ain't coming in early today. I've had enough. I closed 3 deals in a row. Your manager says, no problem. But be ready for work tomorrow. If you read in the Bible, there's 7 years of famine, 7 years of feast. This is a feast. Don't waste it today. Don't waste it. 55 days left. That's all you got. Okay, how are we going to get there? Now, plenty of people will tell you guys what to do. What to do is what you need to do is make more calls. You've got this story over and over again. What you need to do is have more meetings, yes? Your manager says, Loai says, I'm saying, what you need to do is pull your socks up. But very few people are capable of telling you how to. I'm one of those people. You know, I'm 57 young. I know I look good for my age. Wink, wink. So I've been a salesman all my life. I only ever wanted to be a footballer. So I'm here today sharing some stories with you. 11:23, 7 minutes left. I've been a broker. I've been a team leader, manager, director, head of sales, global sales. And now I'm here, my last and only job. Because, Halas, I'm tired. I'm tired, you know. I have a little breather now and again, and I get my energy up for you guys. Because I believe in you. We all believe in you. So listen. Who's ever used my message up here? Sarah, stand up, Sarah, quick. Come. So listen, some of you have already come up to me and say, JP, I've got this client, he ain't answering back. What do I do? What did I say to you, Sarah?
Send him this.
Send him this. Did he answer, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Am I right? Well done. Okay, bang. Now, I want all of you now to open your phones. Open your phones, every one of you. Right? You have got someone in your phone that's ghosted you. Am I wrong? Am I right? You sent them a sales offer yesterday. Maybe yesterday's a bit soon. 3 or 4 days ago, you sent them a sales offer. Maybe a week ago, a month ago. Pick someone out of your phone that you thought was a good lead, and guess what? He ain't answering you. Have we got some of them? Yes or no? Send them this message right now. Are you still interested, or have you given up on the idea? Anybody else use this message that I taught? Many of you. Did it work? Probably not. Be honest. Did it work? Yes or no? Okay, that's 2 of you. Listen, it won't work on everyone. If they don't answer, are you still interested, or have you given up? If they answer, yes, I'm interested, or no, I'm no longer interested, that's fine. If they don't reply, that means they're not interested. You move on. Because this will flush them out. Be sure about that. If they're interested, and I looked at Sarah's phone yesterday, she got 2 or 3 of them replying. That means they're still interested in buying, but they buy when they're ready. It's a buyer in power. There's 3 types of buyer. Buyer in heat, they come off the plane, there's the check. I'm ready to buy today. There's a buyer in power. Who owns the power? Who owns the power? You, the broker, or the client? No, the broker doesn't hold the power. Why does the client hold the power? He has the money and he decides when it's ready, not you. You want the deal because you're desperado. He's like, yeah, I've got the information. When I'm ready, I'll decide. Okay. And then there's buyers that are loopy-loos. And the ones that are loopy-loos, that means they're crazy. When you send them this message, are you still interested, or have you given up on the idea? Guess what? They don't respond back. Now, Sarah had one yesterday. What was the answer from your client?
The answer, or he didn't answer.
The one that answered, what did he say?
He said, no, I'm still interested, but my finances at the moment are not ready.
He was honest. At last, he was honest. No one wants to admit they've got no money, right? Am I right? So they will just not respond because they're embarrassed. They've got something else going on. But this message will flush them. Has anybody sent this to any of their clients, or am I just talking to myself?
I've actually did the vice versa. I did a mystery shopper being the client with another agency.
Has anybody now sent this message? Yes. Okay, I want to know if anyone replies. Now, out of 100, maybe 5 do it. Maybe 5 reply. After this situation here, are you still interested? No idea. Now, Sarah had one. I'm going to give you a bonus. Write this down. Okay, what was the message we sent? Did I do something wrong? Question mark. So when you sent this message and they don't reply in 3 or 4 days, send them a message. Did I do something wrong? Did he reply?
Yeah.
So Sarah had another one. She's a good case study. Sarah had a message. She sent this message and the client replied, I'm still interested. I'm just getting my finances together. Tick, done. She come to me and said, look, I've sent this message, nothing happened. Then I give her the other one. What's the other one? Did I do something wrong? Guess what? He was all apologetic. No, it wasn't you. No. See? You've got to flush them out. And do you know what? They give them the real reason. This works. This shit works, guys. You've got to believe it. Remember, sales isn't about having a gift of the gab. It's about asking intelligent questions. Intelligent. All right? Now, if he says he's not interested, he's got no money at all, no, I've given up on the idea, say, fine, move on. What could you say if he says, I'm not interested anymore? 2 minutes left. What could you say?
I'll be happy whenever you're ready.
Fine, I understand it's not for you. Look, what's the first words we use whenever we get an objection? I understand. That's the first switch. So if he says, look, it's not for me, halas, I'm gone. Okay, so you say, I understand. But who do you know that you can introduce to me to that I can help them? Who do you know? Can you give me the names of 3 people? Don't ask for 10, be specific. Can you give me the names of 3 people you can introduce me to? So I can share with them the same information that I gave you. Would you be against that? You can say to them, would you be against? So if this is a no, 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 because this business is about referrals. They might have loved Provident, love you, they love everything. But guess what? They got no money. That doesn't mean that they can't help you. But are you asking referrals and all these dead leads? No, you're not. Anyone says they are, I want to see their phone now, because you're not asking. You get hundreds of leads per week, if not thousands a month, right? So when you get a client, if you say to them, are you interested? No, I've given up on the idea. Fine. I totally understand. Totally understand. But can you give, would you, but would you be against giving me 3 names of people that I could help them, like I tried to help you? Could you do that? Bang, you might get a referral. Oh yeah, my uncle's coming there next week on holiday. Great, have you got his number? Please can you shoot him a message, say that JP will be calling. Okay, you've got that. So, this is how we normally do follow-ups, right? How do we normally do a follow-up? Hi, John. It's James. I'm just following up. Okay. What are you saying when you say that? Desperate. Hi, John. It's James. I'm just checking in. What do you sound? It's the same shit. Am I right? That's how lame we are. You've got to upscale yourself, guys. You want the big money, nice car, big house. Job of your dreams, promotion. It's there. Look how many people we've got. We're looking for managers, guys, in the next 6 months. Because we've got too many people we have. Who's stepping up to the plate? Who's going to start closing? Who's going to show us they got what it takes? Better to recruit within, but we're looking at you guys. You should know all this to your team. Did you shoot them that message? Are you still interested in giving up? Did I do something wrong? You should be able to relay this to your team. There's opportunities in Provident, guys. Broker, team leader, manager, director, whatever. You just got to step up. Okay, so how does this sound? Hi, John, it's James. Listen, I've only got a minute before my next meeting. What does that first line tell him?
Busy.
Oh, fucking busy. Hi, John, listen. I've only got a minute to my next meeting. I've got a Zoom meeting in 5 minutes, so this will be quick. What is that telling him or her? It says, you are a busy person, and you are a busy person. You are important.
And also, I'm not going to be long on the call.
You're not going to be long on the call, because every guy, do you imagine it? Look, when you're half an hour, I used to have a guy say to me, do you know what? Oh, he says, cool, that was a fucking good lead. I said, what's it good about? I was on the phone an hour. I said, you close it? No. Okay. So every time that client gets a call now, guess what's going to happen? He ain't answering it. He's going to think that bloody John James, he was on a call an hour. The object of a telephone call is to book an appointment, either physically one-to-one or on Zoom. Then you can do your Zoom for an hour, 2 hours for all I care. But not on the phone, guys. Don't try and walk it in. You're not Ronaldo or Messi. Only them people can go like that. How many of them? No. Okay, so I'm calling just to see if it makes sense to meet you in person, as there is a new project that I would like your opinion on. Okay, so think about the words here. If I say to you, would you like to meet in person today at 2 o'clock? What's the 2 answers she can give me? Yes or no, we don't want that. So it's the words that you use. I'm calling to see if it makes sense to meet in person. There's a new project, I'd like your opinion. That's all you have to call them. Hi, John, listen, I'm busy. So I'll only be a couple of minutes. I'm just calling to see if this is the word, sense. Does it make sense to meet, either in person or online? Because I've got a new project I'd like your opinion on. Who doesn't? Would you like to give me your opinion on something? Listen, I bought a new suit the other day. Can you give me your opinion on it? It's in my office. I really value your opinion because you're really into dress sense, right? You see, who doesn't want to give their opinion? Listen, I want to see you later in my office. I've developed something that I think would particularly suit you, and I'd value your opinion. Would you be kind enough to give me your opinion? Who doesn't like giving an opinion? Everyone's got an opinion. Opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one. You get the point. Now, some opinions you take in and some you don't. But the key word on here, and don't make no mistake about this, does it make sense to meet in person? As I've got some new projects and I'd like your opinion on it. Now, if they're not in Dubai, you use this one. I'm calling to see if it makes sense to meet online, as there is a new project that I would like your opinion on. Okay, I'm calling to see if it makes sense to meet online, because there's a new project I'd like your opinion on. Sound fair enough? Sound fair enough? Where do these words come from? Sound fair enough. Who says that? Very famous person. Jordan Belfont, Wolf of Wall Street. Boom, boom, boom. So you can use bits out of everyone. Sound fair enough? Start using these words. Has everyone taken a picture of that? You sure? Because I'm going to be walking down the corridors, guys, and saying, give me a call back. What do you say on a call back? Yeah, and if you start calling me and saying, oh, hi, John, it's James, I'm just checking in. I'm just seeing if you read the information. If you call them and say, I've just read the information, what are they going to say, Ahmed? They're going to say, no, I haven't had time and all this bullshit. Because whoever reads a PDF, you've got to get in the sales centre, try to the same day, do a meeting. If not, if they're out of the country, online meeting.
What would you say, sorry, if he says on this one, send it over to me on referral. Let me have a look.
Do you know what? I'd love to do that. It's brand new out and there's no literature. This is hot. I want to give it to you, this information, before it goes on general release. Does that answer your question? It should, Mario, because do you know why? All the top developers sometimes don't even have brochures out, am I right? Dubai Islands, they have a teaser, right? They don't have the full brochure. This is your sales skills, people. You've got to go to the location and say, listen, this thing is, look, this is what I was speaking about earlier. Have you heard the news about the Dubai Islands? Look, this is the actual plot. This is where it's going to be. All right, now other successful developments is the Damac Lagoons. There's going to be so many units here. Prices start from them. But this thing can be sold out within a day. If you're interested, need a copy of your passport, down payment of this, expression of interest, EOI. You've got to create excitement. You've got to go there and show him the plot. How many of you been to the bloody plot? Probably, yeah, but I got the brochure. No, it's not the same. People aren't reading brochures. You get it? Get excited. So I'll tell you what, it's new out. And Mario come up with a very good thing there. And I'm glad he put me under pressure. You should be putting me under pressure. You should be testing me. And then I will test myself and get better. He said, send me the details. So I understand, sir. But this thing is new out. It's not even released yet. I haven't got the details to send you. And when the details are out, guess what will happen? It'll be sold out.
I would say no matter how much information I'll send you on a PDF, whatever you're going to hear from me is going to be...
Yeah, but you don't need to. You don't need to. You say, look, there's no brochure out. Just stop him. There's no brochure.
But then people say, some of them say, how would I buy something that there is no information?
I totally understand, sir. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you some information on Damac, the largest privately owned developers in the Middle East. Been going over 51 years. I'm going to send you their best-selling project in Dubai, actually, was Damac Lagoons. They outsold MR 3-1. I'm going to send you that in details. That's what it's going to be like. But the brochure I haven't got. Okay, so I understand it takes a leap of faith. Maybe we could meet in person. Yeah, how are you fixed for, say, tomorrow at 10 a.m. I have my driver pick you up? You're in Dubai? No, if not, you get the idea. You've got to create urgency. Do you know what? You know, you're moving too fast. I need to think about it. I totally understand, sir. This is not for you. I was just trying to save you some money because it's the lowest price per foot in Dubai right now. That's why it's going to sell out in a day. But what I'll do, I'll send you one of the older projects for you to look at in the meantime. This one's not for you. See, when you've got to take it away from them, you give someone a sweetie like that, you give take my sweet. Okay, I'll give him a sweetie, start sucking on it, give me it back. What does a baby do? It starts crying, right? So you've got to give him a little bit and say, this is not for you. Yeah, this is for people that are ready to buy right now. Today, in the next 7 days. Why? Because always, let me tell you how Dubai works. It's here today, gone tomorrow. Right? It's the most dynamic property market in the world. So whatever I tell you today will be gone tomorrow. Everything works on pre-launch. It's called EOI, expression of interest. You have to educate them. Okay? You pay a small amount. And listen, I can't even guarantee you'll get a unit. If you don't, they'll give you your money back. But what I can say, I can get you to the top of the queue. Now, if the EOI is 100,000, say, listen, sir, I know you really want this unit. I suggest you pay double that. Because money talks in Dubai, yeah? Even if you can get 20%, more money, more chance you got. You get it? Get the whole thing. I've gone over time again. 9 minutes. It's not bad for me, guys. Come on. It's not bad. Normally it's an hour. Okay. Guys, 55 days left. What was the title of this song? It's the final countdown. I want all of you saying you closed between now and the end of the year. Please, come and see me and say, I closed. Not interested. I sent them. They said they're still interested. I had a lead today. I met them in the sales centre. Guess what? It works. Speak to your managers. Get support of your colleagues. Innovate. Let's go do it, guys. Come on. Let's go.